we'll jump on over here to the charts as soon as I can confirm that this is actually functioning properly. So glad to see you here. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm Rob Booker. If you're joining me for the first time, so happy to meet you. So pleased that you are here. I'll try to turn down the volume here on my computer just in case something starts to get real loud. We're going to look at the charts. Oh yeah, we're live. That's absolutely fantastic. Should be able to hear me just fine. Welcome Frank, welcome Robert, welcome Bill, welcome Neil, welcome Jim, and Jack Frost. Ricardo is here. Hey, let's do a quick survey, and then we'll do a little contest. Let me know the temperature where you're at. What's the temperature outside right now where you're at? I'll give a gift card to a lucky winner. So just put up your answers to that question. I'm going to pop out the chat box here so that I can see the chat box while we broadcast live. I'm going to minimize Spotify. There's not a real need for everybody here to look at my Spotify account, right? And there we are. We're going to look at the short-term charts. We're going to see if we can maybe figure something out about the way that price will move based on the short-term charts. And I'm pulling those up right now. I'm going to switch the screen over to a picture-in-picture. Looks like price is starting to move a little bit, but not enough to get me concerned that we've missed anything. Move the chat box over here so that it's out of the way. And boom, you can see my charts. We're going to focus our attention on this dollar-yen stuff down here. And I think that's going to be useful to us because I think that sometimes the technicals lead the fundamentals. Look at all these answers. Miguel, it's 30 degrees, 32, 40, 34, 53, 70. I love this. This is fantastic. 60 and foggy. Jess is here from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I almost did a big event in Jeddah. I would love to go there someday. I had a friend whose family owned a shopping mall there. Isn't that really interesting? Sitting in an airport in Austria on my way to the UK, -3. Oh, Dirk. Holy that is really cold. That is super cold. Let's check out the Forex Factory calendar and take a look at the calendar. Fed chair speaks in 7 minutes, and we'll take a look at how the technicals lead the fundamentals. So happy to have you all here. Thanks for coming along for the ride, everybody. I want to pull up a couple of notes about what makes a successful trader successful. So give me a minute and I will pull that stuff up. You know, it would just be the case that I can't find things when I really want them, right? There we go. There we go. Okay, got a bunch of things pulled up here and ready to go. Welcome. Keep going. My laptop screen. I don't even have a laptop here anymore. I have a Surface Go that's like a 10-inch screen. I have a Surface Book 2 somewhere that's a 15-inch screen. And then I have a Surface Studio right here. That's a who knows what size screen. And then right over there, I have a giant 86-inch touchscreen monitor. 32 where Neil is. Andreas is live in Germany. Ryan, it's 31 where you are. It's 61 degrees where Jim is. I'm in the central time zone. Yes, Jack. Okay, thanks for being here, everybody. We're going to look at the charts in just a minute, but I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Forest Park FX. If you're interested in FX trading, contact Forest Park FX to open a Forex account and get cashback rebates on every trade you place. Go to forestparkfx.com, or you can call them at 877-557-3739. That's forestparkfx.com. Forex trading carries significant risk of loss. Terms and conditions will apply. I just want to thank them. They make all of this possible. And I want to, who's our trader from Austria in the airport? Because you got to win. Dirk, if you're live in an airport and you're watching this, that's dedication. You're the winner. I'm going to give out other gift cards. Don't be worried. Dirk, find me on Facebook at Rob Booker Trader. Send me a message. Let me know your email address, and I'll send you a gift card. Okay? Fair enough? Hey, let's take a look at my bank account. Look at this. I pulled this up today because I transferred $50,000 into my savings account from my big investment account so that I can fund traders this year. So if you're a lifetime member, a member of the Path, or you join on Saturday, you will be eligible. I don't know if anybody else is excited about that, but I'm excited about that. Okay, let's close all this other stuff down. You don't need to see any of these other things. Wow, I'm so happy to see everybody here. Thanks for being here, folks. Let's take a look at the charts. So the fundamentals and the technicals. So I have this belief that the technicals lead the fundamentals. And I want to show you, I haven't looked at the charts at all today, and specifically because I didn't want to pollute my mind with ideas, with bad ideas. Look at this dollar yen right now, rising up to meet the daily pivot. It seems to me likely, dare I even say, very likely, that what happens is price gets pushed up here so that it can just fall again. Now, why do I say that? Why would I ever mean to say anything like that? Let's just look at an expanded view of the dollar yen and maybe walk through this analysis a bit at a time. So the Fed Chair Powell's going to speak about the economy. Maybe it's not going to be a big deal. Maybe it's going to be nothing. Perhaps he's going to say nothing of interest. But if he says that they're keeping an eye on the economy and interest rates might stay low or they may pause the rate hikes, that is super bearish for the dollar. And I would wager that's a pretty good guess, right? That's a pretty good guess. I believe that's a pretty reasonable guess or reasonable estimate or reasonable thing to say. And it would make sense then that price is getting pushed up to this daily pivot. I don't like to say big boys. I don't like to say institutions. But did somebody say that it's 120 degrees on Mars? Marco Polo. That's fantastic. Anyway, I think it's totally reasonable to expect that price would hit that daily pivot and then drop from there. Giddy up. So what I want to do, hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome here, is what I want to do is I want to pull up, I have a bunch of different trading accounts that I can use for stuff like this, but I'll just pull up, maybe I'll take a trade, maybe I won't. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Let's keep asking questions. Who is the furthest away from me than anyone else? I'm in Houston, Texas right now. Where are you? Leave a comment. Let me know where you are. And I would love to give a gift card to whoever is the furthest away. RP is in Toulouse, France. Nice. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find a dollar yen. Something that expires in 16 minutes. So I bet price on the dollar yen could fall below. Look at where all of you are from. Thanks for being here, everybody. I bet we can fall below 108.22. I would take a very small short position on the dollar yen. So we're at 10, so it could fall below 108.20 pretty easily. Right? So I'm going to put that, I'm just going to go ahead and do something along those lines. I think shorting it, just a small trade, right? Just a small position, that seems totally reasonable. Yeah. And then maybe, maybe see where that goes. Of course, things could rise. The price could jump up from here. But, you know, small trade. Okay, Liam, mentally, he's in the depressed Rust Belt. Israel, Nairobi, Kenya. Brian, you're in Nairobi. Dude, that's awesome. That's fantastic. All right, the speech is out. The thing is out. The jig is up. Brian, send me a message on Facebook Messenger. Rob Booker Trader, find me on Facebook. Send me a message. Give me your email address. You win a gift card for being in Nairobi. I don't know. I don't even know if you can spend the gift card in Nairobi. We got someone from Sacramento, from India, and elsewhere. So did he say anything or did he not say anything? What's going on with this guy? It's 11:45, right? It's 11:46. All right. Let's see some movement here, everybody. Jose's in Canada, Bay Area. All right, while we're waiting for something to move, if anything moves at all, I wanted to list out some characteristics of successful traders, some things that I didn't mention on my live broadcast on Facebook last night. And I want to say this is the word I want to the words I want to use. Mental toughness. Every successful trader I've ever known, the gas station trader that I told a story about today, Kurt, who made $78,000 over and over and over again. Mental toughness, mental toughness. Every single one of these people was not perfectly mentally strong, but just never let difficult experiences get to them. Have you ever? I have. I certainly have let other people get to me. I've let other people dictate how I felt about myself. I've let other people bring me down. I've let toxic, negative, garbage-minded people. I spent 30 minutes today reaching out to the scam artist on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else that tells people to wire money to Kovic FX or whatever, telling that person that I hired a team of Navy Black Ops SEALs to track this person down. What a waste of my time, right? But I let that get to me. All right, so Shivan Gupta is asking what Forex broker I use. I read this ad at the beginning of the program, but I'll just go ahead and read it again. Interested in trading the FX market? Contact Forest Park FX to open a Forex account and get cashback rebates on every trade you place. Go to forestparkfx.com. Forex trading carries significant risk of loss. Terms and conditions will apply. They sponsor this video. They're my friends. I'm not going to say anything else. We got a trader from Brazil here, Pakistan, Taha, Madagascar. Look at all these people. Norbert says, trying to make sure my pivot point is right. My pivot is at 108.37. Sounds great to me. Sounds perfect to me. The Fed playing golf? Did he not say anything at all? What's this joker even doing? Why are we even here? I'll make it worth your time, I promise. Latest release. What a bunch of jokers. Fed speech, my international blah, blah, blah. Let's go to the Twitter. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Anything happen here on Twitter? I always like to... Powell. We'll just search for Powell. Fed Chair Powell speaks in Washington. At Economic Club of Washington. Wonder what that club's like. Do you think they have club meetings? Do you think they have a treehouse? I wonder if those folks, I wonder if they all like get together in their treehouse, in their club, and hang out. I'm guessing they do. I'm guessing they have a little clubhouse. I'm guessing they get together and smoke a little you-know-what in the clubhouse when their parents aren't watching. Shakil's from Bangladesh. Why are we here? I ask myself multiple times a day. Matt, I wish I could bring you on the show. That's my friend Matt. Matt, you did, I know you don't want to call attention to yourself, but Matt, when you had that really super high leverage account, what was that small amount of money that you turned into some ridiculous amount of money in like 3 weeks? What was that? I'm sure everybody will be through. We got to bring you. I gotta pay to have you back on. I got to make it worth your while. Well, look at that. The dollar yen takes off. All right, so it's taking off upward. What a jump up to the daily pivot point, just like we expected that it might do. I'll expand what this looks like. This is fun. Now it's getting interesting. Now it's getting in $6,000 to $96,000 in 5 months. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Check out this. That's Matty Lococo. Matt, you should just start a YouTube channel. I'll help you grow a following on that channel. You could just tell ridiculous stories and tell people to stop paying attention to dumb things. Jay Hood says, I have the most informative videos on YouTube. That is the kindest word. That is really That is really nice of you to say. Nathan says he's farther away from everybody else in Saudi Arabia. It's true. Rick's in Hawaii. Coffee futures. I love me some coffee. That's absolutely brilliant. That's lovely. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. So I think the technicals lead the fundamentals. If you're just joining now, I'm super happy that you're here. My name is Rob Booker, and I think the technicals lead the fundamentals. At the beginning of this broadcast, we showed this daily pivot, which is right over there. Hey, daily pivot. And I said maybe price would rise up to that daily pivot. And if it did, that would be a place that maybe market makers, the big boys, the institutions wanted price to go. And then they could smack it in the mouth. And after they smacked it in the mouth, it could fall back down lower. Do I know that for sure? No. But when looking for a sell trade, that's the bounce I would look for it to make. That's what I think it means when you say technicals lead fundamentals sometimes, is that there's a technical level that traders want price to get to, and then after it gets to that price, it can drop from there. It's a known fact that here's what happens. A bunch of calls are made, and those calls are made say, hey, you want to get into a buy trade, you want to get into a buy trade, you want to get into a buy trade, and the price goes up and up and up as the big boys, the institutions or whatever, are pushing that price up by making phone calls. And what they're doing is they're on the other side of that trade. They want to be short. And I know that seems unconscionable and evil-spirited and mean, and it probably is. But it's definitely the way that things go sometimes. It's not the way that things go all the time. You know, stop hunting and all that other kind of stuff. That's not the way that it works all the time. But it's certainly completely reasonable to think that way and to be skeptical about the motivations behind some of that institutional trading. Back to the pivot points, back to the chart. We look at the dollar-yen at Fed announcements like this because it's the purest form of looking at what price does on a US dollar level. That dollar-yen is a nice substitute for like treasuries or other, the pure US dollar. You could also trade the dollar index. That would also be a possibility, which would be a mix of all of the different major currencies against the dollar. But I like the dollar-yen the best. Let's read some comments. Sue agrees with Jay Hood. Thank you, Sue and Jay. That's really nice. Pippi says, I've blown 6 accounts in 4 months, but your videos are helping me. Hey, listen, first of all, I'm super sorry to hear that. Don't ever take a big loss. Just make $1 and keep it. Make $1 and keep it. Liam says, it's good to roll on from the negative people. Shake them off. Wow, someone's from Casablanca. Play it again, mean reversion. Dimitar says, hey, Rob, greetings from Bulgaria. You have the best trading channel. Keep up with the good work. Gosh, that's pretty. Bill Nixon says, for some reason, every time I see or hear you, I want to eat some pie. Pivot! I wonder if I have a video clip of the pivot. I wonder if I have that. No, I don't. I thought I might have pivot. I thought I might have that in there, but I don't. I don't have it. Wait, do I have it? Hold it. Hold it. There we go. Why don't we just take a moment and hear from Ross? Did you hear it? Were you able to hear that? Were you able to hear Ross's voice on there? Oh, that makes me happy that we were able to do that. That brings me such joy and such happiness. Oh, wow. Look at that. I don't have enough camera angles to fill that up, so let's X that out. I was going to do like a... That was awesome. Okay, let's get back. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, 55 minutes past the hour. I do expect the dollar-yen to fall after hitting the pivot like we talked about. And I love that pivot stuff. I can't believe you had that on standby. I can't believe I had that on standby either. I do expect the dollar-yen to fall. I do expect the dollar to weaken following the whatever Powell said. Powell could say, at night I sleep with Pink Bear. And brown bear is bad, so brown bear is laying in the closet, meaning that he has stuffed animals. I would expect him to say who knows what, but I think that it doesn't necessarily matter, that the message has been given, the economy faltered, the stock market faltered, the Fed maybe sent a message that it was raising rates too quickly, and maybe they're going to back off from that message. Terry says, what about the dollar Swiss? You know, the dollar Schweizer Franken is a great currency pair. In the all-time pantheon of great currency pairs, number one on the list, of course, is the dollar Klingon Darsek. Number two is the Japanese yen against the florin, which was used by the Medicis. And then somewhere down the list in the 60s and 70s is the dollar Schweizer Franken. I don't have anything against the dollar Swiss. I just don't like to trade it ever since the Swiss national, you know, that one national bank unpegged the Swiss from the euro. They angered me. They put a lot of my friends out of business, so I hate them. So I don't really trade it as much. Norbert says, appreciate your training. I will be joining, come on in. I will be joining your paid program this week. Need some indicators for Thinkorswim. Hey, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. So yeah, we have indicators for Thinkorswim. In fact, I have a whole brand new set of indicators. That was a curtain rod delivered by UPS. Thanks for letting them interrupt the program. What about CAD Yen? CAD Yen's basically a substitute for oil. So whenever I think about trading oil, I like to trade the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. What happened to the euro US dollar? I'm scared to open my chart. Well, why don't we take a look at that for you? We're all about, nothing happened. It's falling a little bit. Lee says, first time I've ever caught you live. Love your videos. Have to say you're probably the most nuts trader I follow, but that's a great thing. Giddy up. That's right. Nothing happened. It's falling a little bit. Come on, Ross. Well, we'll have to come back to Ross a little bit later. What about gold and silver? Ross. I don't know why it didn't play over again. Let's check silver or gold. See if they did anything. Nah, nothing really. Nothing's really moving a whole lot based on this Powell business. It's another one of those like, oh, you're going to love this announcement and this speech by the Fed. It's going to be amazing. And then it turns out that it's just garbage and nothing really happened. All right, I'm going to walk through some comments here and say hello to some folks. Matt's riding the pound Aussie to 1.74. Gold and silver, we covered that. Ivo says greetings from Spain. King dollar looks like it's giving it up. Do you think the USD can get back to 1.18? Well, I don't know. Let's check out the euro US dollar and we'll see. Sure. Oh, yeah. Absolutely it can get back there. 100%. Marty says hi from New York City. It's not 2005. Okay, Matt, let's do another contest, Matty. Matt, what do you think I should ask as we wrap this thing up? Because nothing happened. And what contest should we run, Matt? What poll should we take? What thing should we do? What should we do? Matt will give us an idea, and then we'll run a little contest, and then we'll sign off here. Iron says, what do you mean about $1 and keep them? I didn't understand the strategy. Maybe we should take that offline. What's with oil? I don't know. Oil. Let's just look at the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, and I'll tell you what I think about oil. Oil looks bearish. Boy, I know that disappoints a lot of people, but oil looks bearish. Guess how much pulled pork you can eat on a single sandwich? Closest guess without going over. All right. In grams, measured in grams, how much pulled pork do you think I can eat in a single serving on a sandwich? Put your answer in the text message below. I'll choose a winner, and then we'll sign off. I wish that we'd had more movement. We didn't have a lot of movement in the U.S. dollar to start things off here. Powell's a loser. I hope. All right, I won't say anything bad about Jerome Powell. Jerome. And we'll keep a look at all the answers. Most cars owned by the next door neighbors, 150 grams. No, it's guessing how much pulled pork I can eat, not how much pulled pork you can eat. I'm happy you're a vegan. 1,200 grams. Isn't 1,200 grams like 1.2 kilos? Yeah, so it's a Q&A on Bloomberg, so there's room for something to happen. Yeah, something could still definitely happen. Very true, Chad. I absolutely agree with you. No mistaking that for the next 20 minutes or so, anything goes and anything could happen. No doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt about it. And I think if you have 58 minutes to go, I think it's absolutely possible for the dollar yen to fall and stay below something as crazy as 108.20. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think it's going to rise much further because we're at the daily pivot already. Okay, let's look at some answers. 19 grams, 600 grams, 3.15 grams. Lloyd, that's almost pi. It's like basically pi. Lloyd and Austin, you win. All right? Send me a message on Facebook with your email address. Don't be surprised if it takes me a day to get around to it. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. Hey, listen, I wish we'd had more movement, and we can blame Powell. You can send in your complaints to Bloomberg and whatever else. We'll do this again when we might have more movement, all right? We'll do this again. If you like it, we'll keep this up. Don't forget, on Saturday, the brand new registration opens. If you're already a lifetime member or already a member of The Path, you do not need to register. But this page goes live on Saturday. It's the new program where we teach you some strategies, one new strategy a month, but one primary strategy. And then if you can keep your drawdown low and keep your results public, I will take an application from you to fund your trading account. I have put $50,000 in my savings account to transfer over into several brand new trading accounts. So that's the real deal. I know that it sounds crazy. That's because I am crazy. I hope you will consider joining that. A link is in your email inbox or all over the internet. I've been posting this thing everywhere it goes. Thanks so much for being here. Matt, Lloyd, Austin, Kamo, Jack Frosted, Liam, Rick, Mahalo, Tony, Bill Myers. Love you all so much. Thanks for being here. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.